Gentlemen, if you're older than 60, I have a shocking warning for you that could totally change your mind about your own morning ritual. For decades, men like you have eaten a single fruit for breakfast because they believe it to be a healthy option for detoxing, maintaining your physical fitness, and protecting your general health. However, the sobering truth is that this very fruit may be subtly causing your prostate to enlarge, little by little every day. In addition to causing you to deal with a trickle rather than a steady flow and those incessant bathroom breaks, it also robs you of deep, restorative sleep, undermines your confidence, and even smothers the spark in your closest relationships. The harsh reality is that this common fruit may be doing more damage to your prostate than you could have ever imagined. Hi there, I'm Dr. Leila. I'm a devoted urologist and men's health expert with over 30 years of experience helping men across the United States protect their prostate, stay healthy, and rediscover their inner strength. I've treated thousands of patients over the years who assumed their problems would go away with time, only to find out that their prostate health was being subtly harmed by subtle dietary patterns. It's a cruel irony. The fruit that may be a kitchen counter, mainstay and is touted in advertisements and health articles as being good for your heart and body, may actually be your prostate's silent killer after the age of 60. Something so simple and ordinary could be intensifying those last-minute trips to the bathroom, the disturbed sleep, and the growing frustration that permeates your days. I'm contacting you today for the exact purpose of revealing the truth. I'll name this fruit, explain how it causes prostate swelling, and provide you with simple ways to counteract its effects. I won't stop there, though. I'll also share simple changes that can protect your prostate, guarantee that you wake up feeling rejuvenated after a restful night's sleep, and strengthen your sense of self. And if you follow along, you'll discover a simple daily routine that my most active patients follow to maintain a stable prostate, calm evenings, and a strong, masculine identity well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications before we get started, so you can always see my most recent thoughts on prostate protection and improving your health. Your opinions are very important to me as well. Please leave a 1 in the comments if this speaks to you and is helpful. Type 0 if it is insufficient, and let me know how I may improve these conversations to better assist you. Now, let's get right to the point with the crucial understanding that any man over 60 has to have. Why the prostate becomes such a powerful force in your life at this point, stealing your freedom and comfort like an invisible thief. 1. The unseen pilferer of ease. Why the prostate becomes a dominant force after 60. How often did you rise last night for a bathroom visit? Is a simple question I ask gentlemen in their 60s, 70s, and beyond when I meet with them in my clinic. They almost never say it just once. 3, 4, or even 5 interruptions are more common. As though it were an inevitable indication of age, they frequently reject it with a resigned sigh. However, I can tell you from my vast experience in urology that this isn't something to dismiss as seniority. It's not just getting older. Instead, you're dealing with a small gland about the size of a walnut that is quietly taking over your nights, your daily schedule, and your peace of mind. The prostate is, of course, that gland. The prostate is a quiet, inconspicuous organ. But around the age of 60, it can become a powerful disruptor that steals your peace of mind without warning. It could start out innocently, one nighttime awakening, then progress into several disturbances, disrupting your sleep and leaving you exhausted all the time. I remember vivid examples of strong, vigorous guys who have been progressively weakened by this. Dr. Leila, it's like I'm tethered to the toilet. They come into my office with exhausted eyes and slouched bodies, and they're absolutely right. In fact, they are. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, is the medical term for the tendency of the prostate to enlarge as we age. The lived experience, the abrupt urges to go, the weak trickle, the extended moments at the urinal, straining for relief only to feel incomplete, is not adequately captured by those words which sound cold and impersonal. It involves planning trips with pit stops in mind, choosing to sit in the aisles at gatherings, or even refusing outings because frequent exits make you feel embarrassed. I'd like to offer a moving story from my work. A man in his late 60s named Edward was present. He had been a young soccer coach for more than 40 years. He revealed that the hit to his pride was more painful than the physical discomfort. I was the unbreakable coach on the sidelines, he stated. His story stuck with me because it went beyond urination. It touched on self-respect, fundamental identity, and the slow loss of the colorful life he loved. Now I can't make it through my granddaughter's match without bolting to the facilities twice. Many people fail to realize that a large amount of this anguish is caused by choices we make on a daily basis, such as what to eat, how to get up, and yes, even the one fruit you might like every morning that may be pushing this gland toward further inflation. It's the fuel you're giving your body, not just your genes or your age. Because of this, I have come to refer to the prostate in later years as the unseen pilferer. It doesn't make an announcement with loud sirens or excruciating pain. Instead, it gradually eats away at your sleep, energy, and composure until you're left wondering how autonomy slipped away so covertly. The bright side? You have control. However, it starts with admitting that the enemy isn't always obvious. It may not be fried food or overt vices. More often, it's the thing you thought was good for you. That breakfast item you attribute to strengthening your heart and reducing your waist circumference. Actually, it can be making your problems worse and making your prostate problems worse. That brings us to our conclusion. It's time to expose the morning trap that traps a lot of unwary males. 2. The morning snare, the fruit that is worst for your prostate people, are usually skeptical when I tell them that a common fruit can be harming their prostate. Fruits are considered nature's abundance since they are high in nutrients, low in calories, and a better choice than sugary sweets. This idea is so pervasive that many people brag about starting their day with a sliced grapefruit, either au naturel or possibly sprinkled with sugar. They see it as a practice of purification that helps to strengthen or slim the heart. I understand. Grapefruit has been hailed as a perfect way to start the day for generations. However, the harsh reality for men over 60 is that grapefruit is not a friend. In fact, it may be a secret underminer of your prostate. Take my 71-year-old patient Victor, who came completely exhausted and woke up as much as 6 times every night to get some rest. Because of constant stops, he had stopped taking vacations with his wife. Victor was meticulous. He believed his lifestyle was perfect, which included daily walks, leafy greens, and little red meat. The daily grapefruit emerged as we examined his intake. When I explained how it contributed to his prostate distress, his surprise was evident. He shook his head and yelled, "Dr. Leila, I've been destroying myself in the name of health? I have seen this realization again and time again. Grapefruit is known to interfere with the liver's ability to metabolize drugs. Most people are taking at least one medication by the age of 60, possibly for blood pressure, cholesterol, or glucose regulation. Because grapefruit inhibits a crucial enzyme, medications build up, promoting organ strain, inflammation, and irritation of the prostate. I refer to it as the morning snare, because what appeared to be helpful is actually making nighttime discomfort and glandular growth worse. In addition to medications, grapefruit has compounds that change how hormones are processed, which may reduce testosterone while increasing estrogen, which is a formula for prostate growth. Imagine putting accelerant on a spark. That's how grapefruit affects the physiology of mature males. Patients who have stopped using it report quick changes such as deeper sleep, fewer awakenings, and increased energy. Spouses see improved engagement and happier moods, real rejuvenations from a crucial turn. The innocent appearance of grapefruit is the tragedy. It shines brightly in marketplaces, promising health, but for older men, it sets off a slew of unrelated problems. I suggest that the risks of grapefruit exceed the benefits after the age of 60. You're probably wondering how this everyday object may have such a significant impact on your prostate. Let's examine what I refer to as the dual deception, the covert attacks of grapefruit on your biochemistry that prime prostate enlargement in order to understand it. 3. The dual deception of how grapefruit encourages prostate enlargement. I refer to grapefruit's detrimental effects on men over 60 as a dual deception because despite its seemingly harmless appearance, it has 2 dangerous risks, one that affects drug usage and the other that affects hormone balance. When combined, they create a storm for the prostate. It is promoted as a dietary treasure on the surface, but when you look closer, you can see the dangers. Hepatic interference is the first deceit. Prescriptions for antihypertensives, statins, and antidiabetics are common as people age. To properly metabolize them, your liver uses enzymes like CYP3A4. Furanocoumarins found in grapefruit inhibit them, which causes drug accumulation. This starts out mild and progresses to edema, systemic inflammation, and prostate irritation. According to a study published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology, grapefruit can triple the effects of statins, increasing adverse effects that affect the prostate indirectly. Endocrine disruption is the second deceit. Hormonal balance is key to prostate health. As people age, their testosterone levels decline and their estrogen levels rise. Naringenin from grapefruit inhibits the breakdown of testosterone while, ironically, increasing estrogen dominance through aromatase activity. This is associated with faster BPH, according to Endocrine Society research. Every bite is like tilting the scales in the wrong direction. Consider my 68-year-old patient Samuel, who enjoys morning grapefruit and is a fitness devotee and teetotaler. His symptoms were persistent nocturia, decreased drive, and lethargy. He was astounded to learn about the science behind grapefruit. We removed it. Months later, symptoms subsided, vitality increased, and rest returned to normal. He thought, Dr. Leila, the toll of one fruit was unthinkable. There are many such stories. This two-pronged deceit works by increasing medication, stealing balance, and trapping the prostate. The rind is devoid of warnings. Presumptions of safety endure until life is terminated. In light of this, think about the wider cost. Beyond biology, the psychological toll of a controlling prostate, limiting strong men to the bathroom. 4. The lavatory defines the psychological burden. Patients first concentrate on mechanics, such as nocturnal marathons, imperatives, hesitancy, and dribbling streams. However, further investigation indicates that it's about living under prostate tyranny, a subtle degeneration that cannot be measured by a scan. It's the covert embarrassment of physical confinement. Remember the 73-year-old Arthur who hated dusk? He worried about disruptions while his partner unwound the films. For example, Leonard, who planned service points for trips, dreaded endurance failures. Dr. Leila, I'm absent even when present. My thoughts fixate on my bladder. These reflect multitudes bound by prostates. They are not abnormalities. The mental burden, the degradation of dignity, is greater than the acknowledged discomfort. Imagine crossing airline aisles or apologizing 3 times during a meal with friends. Many withdraw by skipping parties, travel, and passions. Worlds contract out of need rather than choice, which breeds loneliness, anger, and depression. Intimacy also suffers. An ex-pilot in his 70s admitted, Dr. Leila, I feel diminished as a man. Weariness and anxiety from interruptions caused him to become estranged from his wife, creating imperceptible walls. The expense is far more than BPH rhetoric when a walnut gland breaks its connections. These scars cause significant suffering, yet elude diagnosis. Prostate intrusion feels like identity theft to males who cherish strength, mastery, and independence. But ignoring fuels, even grapefruit, creates a vicious cycle. I reassure, your anguish isn't minor nor inevitable. We can target roots, enact measures, reignite optimism. Move from suffering to solutions, substitutes that reduce discomfort and bring back desired sleep. 5. Other options, the simple prostate-preserving transition. After the grapefruit is revealed, people ask, Dr. Leila, what replaces it? I love this because it's empowerment rather than deprivation. Targeted produce and a ritual are enough to calm the prostate, restore stamina, and restore sleep. Complicated procedures or expensive aids are not necessary. I support the memorable, doable, and effective triple fruits, triple veggies, single ritual model. Fruits, pomegranates, apples, and blueberries. According to antioxidant research, the anthocyanins in blueberries fight inflammation and protect prostate tissues. Pectin from apples helps hormones by stabilizing glucose. According to UCLA research, pomegranates improve circulation and reduce stress, which is good for the prostate. Lightness and command result from swapping. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli are vegetables. Harvard research links their glucosinolates to the reduction of BPH. They detox and balance hormones, add portions once a week to improve flow. Daily ritual. Vigorous 30-minute walks. According to the Mayo Clinic, it improves flow, lowers edema, and controls hormones. Patients remark vitality and reconnections, indicating that it is therapeutic. Doubting? Marcus, a 66-year-old patient, had doubts. After the changeover, though, he smiled during follow-up. One awakening last night, Dr. Leila. I feel reborn. Changes continue. Grapefruit out, berries in, crucifers added, walks with his spouse. Prostate does not dictate. You are in control. Consciousness, perseverance, and substitution are healing. The question now is, can relief last after the battles, after the age of 60? Yes, then let's talk about why regeneration is always beckoning. R6, hope for seniors. Renewal is awaiting. The dejected look of a patient who believes their prime is over hurts more than anything else. They whisper, Dr. Leila, this is my lot. Exhausted from nocturia and the oppression of the restroom. It hurts because it's not true. Regaining relaxation, confidence, and well-being is timeless, according to my career affirmations. Meet Harold, a 72-year-old man who has been solitary for 10 years, avoiding social gatherings, vacations, and grandchildren. He promised to stop eating grapefruit, embrace pomegranates and berries, eat vegetables, and take walks at dawn. He recalled a worry-free drive 3 months later, looking happier. Part of me revived, Dr. Leila. These changes restore dignity, not outliers. Relieving symptoms straightens postures, brightens eyes, and restores poise. Aging does not make one invisible. I didn't grasp prostate's grip till I seized reins, someone else said. Science supports this. Given the right care, bodies adapt after age 60. Simple changes result in sleep, energy, and intimacy, now accessible. Octogenarians arrive energized by their decisions. You are neither tardy nor helpless. Every day gives you a step closer to the life you want. Not incarceration, but prostate issues. However, inspiration necessitates urgency. Take action immediately, or silent enemies will win. My final request emphasizes this crucial decision. Dr. 7, my concluding remark, the doctor's request. My one piece of advice when speaking face-to-face is to stop eating grapefruit right away. Not casually, I've seen its covert effects: disturbed sleep, strained relationships, and lost confidence in unwitting men. I implore because I support your flourishing, worthy of a strong, noble, colorful sunset, not days of haste. It's hard to believe. A fruit with such power? Patterns recur. Obedient behaviors backfire, causing glands to enlarge and restricting freedom. Wonders result from pivoting, restful sleep, soaring vitality, and fuller lifestyles. Wish I'd known earlier, says 69-year-old Elias, with tears in his eyes after experiencing relief. I so implore you to avoid regret. Don't give the prostate anymore. Decisions make planets smaller or larger. Witness response. Halt grapefruit, adopt nurturers. I speak as a confidant and healer to pain, longing for your happiness, health, and pride. Change is coming, I've helped, I can help you. Now for the synthesis. From problem to solution, imagine a life that may be reclaimed starting today. Final thought, taking back your life. I conclude our conversation by addressing you as a doctor and a friend to countless men who have experienced similar struggles. We shed light on the increased role of the prostate after age 60, night thief, tranquilizer, revealed grapefruit's deception, health charade promoting growth, a morning trap plaguing gullible masses, delved into dual deception, unintentionally entangling bodies, hormone sabotage, and medication amplification, identified severe psychological effects such as lack of sleep or urgency, contracting lives and separating from family and oneself. Charted courses, however, include fruit-vegetable exchanges and exercise rituals that restore honor, strength, and rest. Told stories of renewals in their 60s and 70s, confirming the timeless nature of optimism. I beg you to give up grapefruit right away. Don't let anything dictate your destiny. Defiance of deterioration is declared by nurturing choices. Gentlemen, merit embraces peace, strength, connection, and perpetual complete living. It surpasses agitation and frustration. Selections defined, the prostate does not. Seize knowledge, awareness, hope, reclaim life forever.